What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna take you on a full tour of my $2 million cabin. And if you stick around, you're gonna get to see what I believe are the best views on the planet. And we're gonna talk about the actual returns this cabin's paid out. So with that being said, let's jump into it. All right, let's head inside. So first off, I know one of the main questions will be how we found it. And I've been looking at this location for years because it is perfectly placed where you're right above a private boat club and you're only a quarter mile from the lake. So you get the views, you get access to the lake, and we can leave our boat in the slip. On top of that, these cabins here are super hard to find because there are only so many locations. And so literally after watching for years, we finally found this one. And it was originally listed over 2.5, well, actually it was over 3 million at the beginning and then dropped down to 2.5. And then after negotiations, we ended up at $2.1 million. Oh, all right, we want to take you guys on a little tour. This is a main living room. And the thing that we loved about this cabin is with 5 kids, we needed a lot of space. We also love bringing up both of our families. And so we have a ton of bedrooms. If you come in here, this is one of the first bedrooms. You can see it's a comfortable queen bed. Here is where the kids love to hang out, especially when the cousins come up, because we've got 4 bunk beds. And so whether it's the boys or the girls, they take over this room and it's an absolute blast. We also have this bathroom right in between, which is super nice. We've got 2 bathrooms on this floor. We have 2 bathrooms upstairs, and we've got 1 bathroom down in the basement. And really quick before we head, this is one of my favorite parts. I have owned another cabin before, and I wanted one that had a garage. And so having this is so nice because we leave the boat down in the slip, but then we can toss the trailer in here, keep all of our wakeboarding stuff and other stuff. It also came with an ice maker and a fridge and freezer, which are super nice for the extra space that we need with all the kids and fun we have up here. All right, now we're gonna take you downstairs, but before we do, I wanted to remind you this is your last chance to come and join me up at this cabin, and we've got 3 others rented for the Grand Teton Retreat. We're gonna be doing a full property tour in Idaho Falls that's under an hour away. We're gonna be boating, we're gonna be having fun, we're gonna be hanging out with some incredible investors, and we've only got a couple spots left. So if you wanna come and be a part of it and see some of the incredible speakers we've got coming in, all the fun, the other investors, and most importantly, some phenomenal food, make sure you click the link down in the description. Let's go check out the basement. Now we're gonna head downstairs, but we ordered this picture thinking it was a lot bigger. So don't worry, there's another one coming. All right, now one thing we love about the basement, we've got a TV down here, and this is like the ultimate kid hangout. It's also where we've got our utility room and other stuff. But once again, we have packed in a ton of beds. So if you look, I think this originally was supposed to just be a closet, but we ordered this bunk bed, which was way more difficult to put together than you would think, but it's been awesome for a place for 2 more kids to sleep. This next part, you're gonna make fun of me. We're gonna get new flooring put in, and we have plans for paint and some other renovations over the next year or 2. But when we're really tight on space, once again, another closet that we have jammed beds in here. When you guys come for the retreat, don't worry, these rooms that are a little extreme aren't for the people that are coming for the retreat. Those of you that end up coming for the retreat are gonna get bedrooms that are more like this. So this is the 1 bathroom we've got down here. And then the kids' favorite part is back here. We've got our little mini fridge bar area, and then you come out to the lower deck and we've got the full hot tub, an awesome place to hang out in the shade. And the kids' favorite part are the swings that give me major anxiety because when this was built, they were built out over this edge. And so it definitely feels a little sketchy with the kids hanging out over the edge. But they love it, and they've gotten to the point where they can really get going and see how high up on the tree they can kick. All right, so this is down below. If you look, the view pretty much everywhere is just incredible. And in the fall, all of this just pops with beautiful reds and oranges and yellows and greens. And so we love being up here all summer and in the fall. But now I want to show you my favorite part of the entire cabin. So let's head upstairs. And we're actually not going to go inside to head up because we have this deck. And this is my favorite part. Now, the previous owner I think they spent over $150,000 on this deck because it is insane. So come on up and check it out. Now, when they built it, originally they just had the upper deck, but he said he just didn't feel right about the view being blocked by the fence. And so he ended up building this lower deck so that one, you've got a ton more deck space, but then when you're up here on the upper deck, you can see the entire lake, which is just gorgeous. The thing that's super cool though is he made the deck wrap around the entire cabin. So you can come over here and see the full view of the cabin. You can see the lake, you can smoke, you can grill, and you saw already, but if you come over here, you can also look over where you pull the car up and get another view of the lake and the other side of the mountain. Now, I may have lied because I love the deck, but I probably love the private boat slip and the lake even more. So stick around. In the end of the video, we're gonna take you down, show you what all of that looks like, and maybe even take you out on the boat. But before we do that, we've got to show you the upper floor. All right, come on inside. Now, this is where the stairs are. So if you're coming from the main floor, you can come right up to here. This is the kitchen, and it's cool too because we have the grills right here. We can open up this window, pass out food. Just works really well. We've got a big closet for all the food, fridge, oven, everything that you need. And an awesome big table that came with the cabin that fits our whole crew and a couple extra. So if you come in here, this is Dance Party Central. It came with a smart home. So we've got speakers here and outside that our kids absolutely love. Just makes it a blast. In the winter, it's phenomenal to have the fireplace here so that you can really warm up. This is one of the other bathrooms right here, which is super nice to have. We can get all of our kids almost showering at the same time when we get off the lake. And then in here, this is where the girls stay. It looks like they're making good use of the space. And it's really nice because we have the double bunk beds. And it's funny because when we come up as just a family, a lot of times the kids don't want to stay in the other bedrooms. And so the girls will all cozy up in here, and then the boys will be in here. As you can see, that's why we brought in an extra mattress, because they like to be close to us. And then we're all up here on the upper floor. Finally, we'll take you into the master. This bed is so awesome, but even for me at 5'11", it's a little bit of a jump to get up and in, which we like. It's super cool. I also wanted to show you that this view is laid out so awesome because, again, you've got the ability to see the whole mountain. And I'll show you what that looks like. Don't want to drop the camera down there. This is the master bathroom. This is one of the things we're looking forward to renovating. We've got lots of areas we'd like to add paint and do some other stuff, but in the summer we're just so busy playing up here that we don't want to use that time. And then in the fall and the spring we love using it, and then in the winter it's a little inaccessible. So we're working on making it a little more accessible so we can get some work done in the winters, but we love coming up here, sledding, messing around, doing all that as well. So now that we've covered that, we're gonna get the kids ready. We're gonna take you out on the boat. All right, guys, it is the end of a wonderful day out boating, which we'll see at the end of the video. However, I realized I was gonna talk about the numbers of this, and I didn't at all in the video. So I'm gonna fill you in on how the numbers work. Every single month, I have a mortgage of over $8,000, and it is completely paid for with passive income. However, that passive income is not from this property. It is from my other properties. This property is a net loss on a consistent basis, but it is so worth it because we get beyond a return we could have ever expected with the time we get up here with our family. It's been a really incredible place for healing, connecting, spending just great time with our kids. And on top of that, it inspired me to do the CDS Grand Teton Retreat. And so it's also a place for me to meet up with other awesome investors. And that has been one of the best things we've done because it's just an awesome experience for me and hopefully for the people that come. So there's the rundown on the numbers. Net loss, but overall, the best ROI you can ever ask for.
What's going on, guys?
All right, clean up quick. We're going boating. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you remember to like, subscribe, hit the little bell. We'll look forward to seeing you in the future videos. And if you want to come be part of the Grand Teton Retreat, hang out with tons of awesome investors, do the property tour, and hang out here, make sure you click the link down in the description. Thanks so much. Have a great day.